Okay, so I'm going to make this a quick and dirty video about 3I Atlas because I predicted its behavior in my paper in the Mattthew hypothesis a while back. And I just want to quickly mention it and how it ties into my hypothesis. Here is the prediction I made in my paper, in the Mattthew hypothesis, which you can find in the comments. And basically, I stated that from our observations of Oumuamua, which was the first interstellar object that we discovered, that object was moving and was having the same behavior. It was unexplained. And the reason why I say that interstellar object was accelerating beyond what we understand is because there's a companion to the sun that is unaccounted for. So because of the orientation of the solar system heading towards its partner black hole, the gravitational influence of the black hole on the solar system hides the gravitational signature that you would see. So the Earth and the sun is spinning like this, and the black hole, wherever it is moving in that orientation, that vertical orientation. So the black hole is pulling on the sun and the planets in a very equal way. And that's why you don't notice the gravitational anomalies that the partner black hole to the sun would cause. Now, if you have an interstellar object, meaning it comes from outside the solar system, then the gravitational signature of the black hole, of the partner black hole of the sun, will reveal itself, as it does in Oumuamua, as I predicted it would in all interstellar objects that we observe from that point forward. In my paper, there's a prediction. You can find the link in the paper, for the paper, in the description. And this is exactly what we're going to expect to also see in future interstellar objects. Now, unfortunately, it's impossible to predict what that acceleration is for each object because we don't know its initial velocity, how it was launched towards us, and all of that will play a factor. However, there should be a proportional relationship between the acceleration of Oumuamua and the acceleration of 3I Atlas. Perhaps we can find something of that sort. But again, I predicted this 3 years ago. There's many other predictions I've done on the Mattthew hypothesis, which have come true ever since. And I hope you check them out. Please read the paper. Take this hypothesis seriously. I really think it's a major discovery to explain dark matter, dark energy, and many other mysteries in our solar system that we observe. And the beautiful thing is that the explanation for the Mattthew hypothesis keeps Einstein intact. So we don't have new physics. There's no new exotic physics in this hypothesis. So I think this is a case of Occam's razor. I hope that you check out the hypothesis and that you take it seriously. I have been passionate about this for 20 years. I've seen so many things, so many discoveries affirm the hypothesis. And I hope that someone is able to just take a look and read the paper and take it seriously. It's incredible how everything works. And I am a strong believer in Christ. And the way I came into believing in this hypothesis was through reading Matthew 24:29, when Jesus talks about, back in college, when Jesus talks about the stars falling from the sky and the sun turning black. So when Jesus says these things, at the time I used to be an atheist. When I became a believer in the resurrection, I thought to myself, well, what's the craziest thing in the Bible? And that was it. And coincidentally, I was also studying black holes as a mechanical engineer at USC, mechanical engineer major at USC, which I ended up dropping for music, but that's a long story. But the point is that when I read Matthew 24:29 and I coupled it with what would happen physically to an observer falling into a black hole, that's where my jaw dropped. And I thought to myself, well, perhaps the solar system is in orbit around a local and undiscovered black hole partner to the sun. It was just a thought I had. And ever since then, I've been on a journey of looking at all the pieces and putting together the puzzle. And basically, since then, I'm thoroughly convinced that the hypothesis is the truth of what's actually happening. And it explains all the mysteries that are unexplainable without abandoning Einstein. And that's the beautiful thing about the hypothesis. So again, I hope you guys take a look. God bless you. I always say our scientific discoveries are not what's important. What's important is how we treat each other, how we love each other. And let me tell you something. Everything Jesus Christ said is true. I used to think people were fools to believe that. And today, it is a fact. You just want to share the gospel with everyone that Jesus Christ offers us salvation from this destruction that is inevitable because the world is, because of sin, because sin entered the world, God assigned it for destruction. And so, again, the end is nigh. Nobody knows the day and the hour. And it's interesting because the hypothesis and Einstein relativity actually proves that it is impossible to predict the day and the hour with mathematics, because you're talking about the infinite when you hit the event horizon of a black hole. So it's impossible to know the day and the hour if we discover such an object, which I don't think we will because of the nature. So I hope that you read the paper and you'll understand why we haven't observed a black hole. Because we can observe them when we're far away, but when we're close, really weird things happen. And I talk about it all in the paper with references. There's over 300 scientific references of published work in the paper to explain all these things. And check it out.